Caerphilli Castle before this project, I found it wasn't a big deal for me. It was the thing in the middle of Caerphilly.
I've grown up here all my life, and every time I open my bedroom window I see it, and it may come to a shock to people, but I've only ever been in the castle once or twice.
When you want to go somewhere, you walk around the castle, and the castle is really the centre of Caerphilly.
I've just been listening to the English army, and they've just told me that they don't find it scary at all. They're meant to be petrified of you. So we're going to do your entrance again, and now make a noise that goes with it.
We've been recreating what has happened in the castle over the last 1,000 years, and how it was built, how it was destroyed, and it's so much more than that. It's like you just get so into it with the character, you feel like you're actually there.
Well, I played Queen Isabella, and she's a very feisty character, and I consider myself to be a bit feisty. She's looked at as a very mixed up character because some people have different opinions of her. She was looking at her husband, and she didn't like the way he was being treating the local town. She went off with Roger Mortimer, and she had a son, which was either Roger Mortimer's or the King's, and people think that makes her kind of a promiscuous kind of girl. But to me, if someone was doing that, you wouldn't want to be with them. So she just seems like a normal queen who didn't like the way that the king was treating her.
The king is dead! Long live the king!
I can compare myself to Roger Mortimer as he's very bossy, and also because he's very punchy with what he says. So for example, when I'm out there and I'm in the circle and I'm explaining what's happening to King Edward, I can also feel the part that I'm there and I'm speaking in Welsh and I know what I'm saying to the citizens of Caerphilly.
My character was Hugh Dispenser, and completely different to my personality because I work with a lot of sport and I'm usually really nice to the kids, and Hugh Dispenser's just the complete opposite. I'm always angry to the kids, I'm kicking them. I even enjoy hurting them, which is a completely different out of character for me, but he was named the worst Briton of the 14th century, so that pretty much sums him up. So I thought of a rugby game when I was entering the castle, and that's where I got my inspiration to be mad.
It's all mine! It's all mine! Where is everyone?
I think it's brilliant that we've been given this opportunity to recreate this part of history in front of so many people. I love my town, and I think it's fabulous that we've been given this opportunity to show the rest of the United Kingdom and the rest of the world of this fabulous country and castle.
Having taken part in a performance in this castle now has definitely made me a part of the castle because it becomes something special and a memory in my life. And I know in about 20 years' time I will definitely bring my children here because they will enjoy it just as much as I have.
I'll remember it as I was there originally, like I was the person who went to that castle and took it over.
I had no idea there was a cultural Olympiad, and now I'm thankful for it because this wouldn't even be happening if there wasn't. Knowing this is something to do with the Olympics, well, that's just enough, I'm kind of in it.
Walking to school and the sun behind the castle is beautiful, and to think that the castle is there, and I've not really taken notice of it before, but then to think that that sunset, of the amount of people that have seen that before, is absolutely beautiful, whether they were prisoners or slaves in the castle. To think that I'm also seeing the same sunset that they must have seen centuries ago is absolutely astonishing.
I don't take it as for granted anymore, and it definitely is one of the most beautiful things I've ever seen.